Hello, spin enthusiasts. So, if you didn't already know, we did a little question on our Instagram story. Got a lot of questions for our Q&A call. So, I'm going to go ahead and answer some of your guys' most burning questions about spintronics and color guard and all sorts of stuff. So, the very first one, this one cracks me up. It's actually from one of our alumni. She says, "What's your strangest talent?" Color guard. Because where else would you need to spin flags and stuff? What's the oldest thing in the fridge? I can tell you right off the top of my head, it's taco sauce from Taco Bell. I just know that. And it's been there, yeah. How do you guys stay positive and motivated during long practices or on long competition days? I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. Sometimes we get really tired, and for me, especially when I started learning how to drive the bus, that made it hard for me to be motivated to motivate everybody else. So that's something, helping each other stay motivated is really the thing. Even if you're not feeling it, if you're oh, I'm so exhausted and I feel horrible and whatever, just staying positive and being oh, hey, this isn't going to last forever, and trying to keep reminding yourself and reminding everybody else to stay positive and cherish your time together. It'll get you through anything, honestly. When do you age out? Will you age out now in our class, you age out when you're 22. In open class, if you join an independent open team, you would age out after you were 23. So 23 would be your last year. And I believe that they made it so that you have to be that age on the date of championships. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. How long have you been doing spintronics? Well, there's a couple of different ways I can answer that question. I started spintronics when I was 21. That was back in 2008, 2009. Spintronics as a camp and as a company has been around for, this will be the 11th year this year. But spintronics, the independent guard that we started with the company, this is our 9th competitive season. So, the whole company and everything has been around for 11 years, but this is our 9th year competing. Where are you out of? We are out of a very small town called Mountain View, Missouri. And actually, we get this question a lot. So that's one of the reasons I decided to do our show this year, the Show Me show, because it's all about Missouri and it's all about where we're from and getting back to our roots and that sort of thing. Who is going to get Miss Congeniality this year? You have so many great people. We do. Oh my gosh, we have so many great people. I think we have a really good idea of who we want to be Miss Congeniality or Mr. Congeniality. It could be either way. Yeah, so we have awards at the end of the season every year, and the Congeniality Award is one of them. My favorite moment from last season versus this season. Oh my gosh. So last season, I don't know. There were a lot of great things. I think last season, the point toward the end of the season when it was kind of I actually started to like the show. I haven't been really secretive about it, but I didn't really like the show last year. We had a really great team. It was a really well-written show. We did good at it, but I really just, the whole concept of divorce and everything was just so sad, and I don't really care for sad shows. But anyway, there was this point toward the end of the season. It was the last show or the second to last show, and I was you know what? Okay, I like this show. I kind of was able to separate the theme of the show or the storyline. I was able to separate that from the team itself, and that moment was really special for me. It happened while you guys were performing, and it was just great. This season, my favorite moment definitely so far was whenever it was the first performance, I think. The first performance, not the show and tell, but the first competition, everything just started hitting. Things were coming together and everybody was performing, and I don't know, that realization that, oh, we are an independent AGAR. We do belong in this class. We've struggled with moving up to a new class this season. We've struggled with that a lot. What are some good stretches to get splits? I follow a lot of yoga channels, like how to do yoga and stuff like that, and that's where I get all of my stretches from. Right now, I have Sam does a lot of our stretches because she teaches gymnastics and stretching your splits every day. I always tell my students, if you take a set of split stretches and you do it for 2 weeks, you'll have your splits if you do it every single day. Now, you don't want to hurt yourself, of course, but like I said, maybe I will link some of the Instagrams that I follow that have like yoga stretch recommendations on them. How to get over fear of instructors. First of all, I'm sorry you're afraid of instructors. I hope I'm not scary, although I do hear a lot that I'm intimidating. I think just to like talk to them, not necessarily outside of rehearsal, but outside of rehearsal time, like talk to them on breaks, talk to them, like eat meals together or something, like, and just, you got to realize like your instructors are people too. And they're really not anybody to be afraid of. You should be a little bit, not afraid of them, but respectful of them at least. I think kind of getting to know them on more of a personal level and realizing that not so much to be afraid, but to be respectful of them. You know, they're taking a lot of time out of their lives to come and teach you how to do color guard. How do you get over a fear of tossing? You just got to do it a lot. Honest to goodness, that's the only way that you can, you know, if you're afraid of it, the more you do it, the better off you're going to be. Just kind of keep throwing it up there and keep throwing it up there. And sometimes working your way up. So like when I was on weapon line, I would always like throw my rifle, and I was practicing like 6s, practicing 7s, practicing 8s, and so on and so on. And like, there would just come a point when I felt like I couldn't catch anymore, and I would just be either afraid of it or like I would be hurting or something. And just taking it back down, I'd be like, okay, I'd take a deep breath and go back and just toss a single and remind myself, oh yeah, I can toss a single, that's easy. Toss a double, oh yeah, I can toss a double, that's easy. And then just work my way back up to it and not try to hold yourself at that crazy, like just tossing high tosses all the time, because you got to remember, really what it's about is having fun. Like, you want to be good at it and you want to have like that high level of achievement at your shows, but really like when it all boils down to it, it's got to be fun. If you're not having fun anymore and you're just afraid, that's where you need to like take a step back and remind yourself what it's all about. So I posted a second one just today, just to kind of like see what you guys think about us. So some assumptions about Spentronics that you have. You guys are a tight-knit group and love each other. This, for the most part, is true. Like any family, we're going to have some disagreements and some arguments and stuff, but for the most part, like, we get really close over the course of the season, and everybody, like even if they don't technically like each other, like, there are some people who have personalities that just do not go together, but they still love each other, or they at least are professional with each other, and that's really nice. This one, I love this assumption about us. Y'all practice way more than needed. We do not practice nearly as much as we need to, quite honestly. I think it seems like we practice a lot more from our videos, just because we have all these like montages and stuff, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We just got into A class and we are having to practice. We have to catch up basically with guards that have been in A class for 2 or 3 years, guards that have been in A class for like 25 years, you know, so we're trying to catch up. We're trying to get up on that level. And, you know, just for me, just feeling like we deserve to be in the class that we're in. I think we do. And I think we're going to have a really good show this weekend and prove that. So anyway, guys, thank you for all of your questions. Keep those coming. Keep watching our Instagram. Keep watching our YouTube. We are like getting really high in our YouTube subscribers. Subscribe to our channel. We have so many people who watch all of our videos, and you guys aren't subscribers. So please, please, please subscribe. And it helps us out when we have more subscribers. You know, we get YouTube benefits and things like that. So I will see you probably in the next how to color guard video. But in the meantime, make sure that you like this video and share it with all your friends, because color guard is so much more fun when you do it on a team.